and welcome back to Talk of the Tom, and today we're doing another student recipe. It's called Spanish eggs. So I've got my peppers and garlic chopped here, so I'm just going to add them into the pan now. So we're going to add a bit of chili oil, and in that we're also just going to add a touch of smoked paprika. And now I'm going to add the peppers and garlic. And this is a trick I learned from Camp Sue, to use the knife this way. So check out Camp Sue's videos. So we're going to stir that in and fry that off until it's fairly brown and the peppers have softened a bit. Right, we just added some salt and pepper while we're waiting for the peppers to brown and to soften. So this is a recipe that I also did when I was in university. It's perfect for a lunch. It's quite filling, and sometimes it doesn't look very appetizing, but I assure you it does taste good. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscription button down below. Okay, so we're just going to add a little bit more oil. The peppers are softened a bit now, and we're going to add our bacon. I generally do 2 rashers per person, and 1 pepper per person, and 1 garlic clove per person. So this is for 2 people a day. And if you do have any pancetta left after you've done my pasta Amatriciana recipe, I'll be leaving the link below for that, then you can chuck that in instead of the bacon. But I do prefer bacon for this recipe. So we're just going to stir that bacon in now and wait till that's cooked off. Okay, so while the bacon is cooking off with the peppers, we're going to do the eggs. So we're going to do 2 eggs per person plus 1. So we've got 4 eggs already in, so just going to add the last one now. So to the eggs, we're going to add some pepper, some salt, and some parsley. And we're going to whisk that in. I also like to add a bit of milk. We're going to whisk that in again now. Okay, so once the bacon and peppers are cooked, I'm just going to add 1 teaspoon of butter and put the put it on a low heat, and then we're going to add the eggs. And while you're doing this, put your bread onto toast. Get all of that in. So you're going to mix the eggs in now. Make sure you do this really slowly because you don't want the eggs to go dry. Okay, so once the egg is cooked and your toast is done and buttered, it's time to dish it up. As I said, it doesn't look very appetizing, but I promise you, it actually tastes really nice. We had quite small eggs here, so that's why there's actually not a lot of eggs to go on. Okay, so we've dished it up now. We topped it with some black pepper. So this is Spanish eggs. This is my student recipe that I'll be adding in the playlist. I promise you it does taste a lot better than it looks. Looks a bit like something Keith Floyd would make. So yeah, please keep liking, subscribing, and there'll be more student recipes to come. Thank you, goodbye.